Hello, my name is Munkhdalai Tumendalai, and I'm honored to be nominated for the PMI Rising Leader Award for this year. Today, I would like to share my journey from being a student abroad to working across continents and now leading one of the most significant infrastructure project in Mongolia's history. My path began at Kyoto University in Japan, where I studied civil engineering. These years were incredibly challenging for culturally, academically, and emotionally. As a foreign student, I struggled with language and expectations from home, and there were many moments when I doubted myself. But even though things were hard, I learned so much as it is. That experience shaped my resilience and taught me how to adapt quickly, both personally and professionally. After graduation, finding a job was not easy either. I was a young, inexperienced, and from a developing country with limited languages knowledges for Japanese and my English. Most opportunities were out of reach in Japan, but during my first interview, I said something that I think I made a difference. I told them that I was not just looking for a job I wanted to be a job, but I wanted to be a part of something that builds a better futures for developing countries like my country. I shared how growing up in Mongolia shaped my desire to improve the infrastructure and how I was willing to work harder than anyone to be part of that. I think that honesty of purpose helped me to get that job, and that opportunity opened many doors to several more. Over the next few years, I worked across multiple countries like Japan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Egypt, and Turkey, and others, as a project coordinator, project manager assistant to project directors, and once as an acting project manager as well. I had the chance to experience different cultures and approaches to project delivery, which helped me to build the diverse mindset. Today, I can confidently say that I'm able to connect and communicate with professionals from anywhere in the world, and that comes from years of learning how to listen, adapt, and collaborate across the borders. One of the most defining moments in my early career happened during the COVID pandemic time. We were delivering a detailed design for a 17 kilometers long urban rail project in Sri Lanka called the Colombo LRT, and when the pandemic escalated, most of our senior engineers, managers, and directors had to leave the country to go home because of the risks. But I stayed, and I suddenly found myself with huge responsibility managing communications and coordination between teams in Japan, Thailand, Ireland, and other local engineers in Sri Lanka as well. And it was overwhelming at times, but I did not let it fall apart. We stayed on the schedule, we delivered the full design package to the client, and I still look back at that time as one of my proudest professional achievements. It was not just about managing the project, but it was more about stepping up when things were uncertain and when there was no one else there, and making it work with what we had at the site and online as well. And by the age of 27, I had worked on projects in several countries, seen different political systems, cultures, and witnessed both successes of the projects and certain cancellations and failures of the major initiatives due to the unstable environments such as political environment. And these experiences taught me not only how to deliver under the pressure, but how to read the bigger picture and how the project management is about more than tasks and budgets, but it's more about the people and its systems and timing, and of course the trusts of the stakeholders. In 2024, I made a big decision to return to Mongolia with the request from the mayor. And with the government announcing the launch of Ulaanbaatar Metro project, I knew I had to be part of it. Mega projects like this are extremely rare in my country, and it was a bold but necessary move to accept such an responsibility at this age. Today, I lead the metro project, and it's without a doubt the most challenging work that I have been involved in. We are building everything from scratch, and our local engineers have no prior experience with metro systems, so I have taken it upon myself to mentor and train them as we go. From introducing FIDIC Silver Book standards, structuring tender documents, we are creating new systems that align with international best practices when it comes to project management and fitting them to Mongolia's unique environment. And one of the unique environment in Mongolia is the legal framework that is still catching up to, and financing is also complicated, and sometimes even the basic concepts of feasibility or risk management are new to the authorities we work here. Feasibility study process alone was a long and difficult road recently, mainly because there was no existing expertise locally to access or validate it. But we got it through, and that's a step forward, not just for the metro project, but for the whole infrastructure industry in Mongolia. Outside of the metro, I'm actively contributing to other major initiatives: tramway, urban housing, highway, and power plant projects in Ulaanbaatar. I serve as advisor on many of these projects, offering what I've learned from international projects to local teams who are tackling these challenges for the first time. And I don't do it alone, of course. I always share my peers, whether it's formal mentoring or open talks or simply supporting others who are stepping into the project leadership roles. And I'm also actively involved with the project management community in Mongolia, including PMI Mongolia chapter, and I've spoken at the events, participated in discussions, and supported efforts to raise the standards of project leadership and management in the country. And when it comes to the professional development, I believe in learning by doing and sharing what you learn so others can do better. I've learned a lot from the world and my senior engineers, and I want to make sure that the knowledge from my senior engineers does not stay with me only, but it spreads to those who can carry it forward. To me, project management is not just about tools or timelines. It's about understanding the full system: technical, human factor, political, and social circumstances, and helping everyone move in the same direction. And I'm grateful for the journey so far, and I'm committed to continuing to grow, contribute, and lead with integrity. Thank you for considering me for this award. Bye.